Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. The visit to Kenya by King Charles and Queen Camilla has attracted different reactions. There is a school of thought that feels that Kenya should really appreciate the king for choosing our country as the first Commonwealth country to visit ever since they ascended to power. But there is another school of thought that feels that there is nothing to smile about, and that the king and the queen should take this golden opportunity to apologize to Kenyans for the atrocities that were meted on our innocent citizens during the colonial period. And of course, today, many went to the streets to demonstrate, to send a message to the king that we want not only an apology, but compensations for the deaths and atrocities that were meted on us. In fact, there's a hashtag going on, where is Dedan Kimathi? Because there is this general feeling that it was the English masters that killed Dedan Kimathi. But the only thing to smile about is our African spirit and our African culture, that we love visitors. Even if there are visitors that always interfere with our elections, we want to put that aside and celebrate that we have a visitor. Just like if we had any other visitor, we would appreciate him. But then there is this video of one of Ruto's soldiers falling down. He stumbled and fell down right in front of the king's security team. And it was a rather shameful moment for us. I don't know what happened, but this happened. Just take a look. And then there was another memory. You know, Kenyans have decided that internet doesn't lie. And they produced memories of Uhuru Kenyatta striving to ensure that we have a museum that would showcase our culture and our background, especially for the upcoming generations to understand where we have come from.
Hata ule mtu ambaye amechora na wale ambao wamekuwa ma-engineers, wote ni wananchi na watoto wa jamhuri hii yetu ya Kenya. Na tunawashukuru. Na tunasema ya kwamba mbele ya mwezi wa 4 mwaka ujao tutarudi hapa kufungua museum ambayo iko hapa na kufungua hii uwanja kikamili kwa wale wote, wananchi wote, watoto wa shule bila malipo waweze kutembea, wajionee historia yao, wajionee pahali ambapo wametoka, wajifunze kutoka babu zetu, na waweze kujua pahali ambapo wangependa kupeleka nchi hii. Ningefanya makosa kama singemshukuru moja kati yetu hapa ambaye tumekuwa tukiongea na yeye kutoka miezi karibu 14 wakati nilianza hii project ya Uhuru Gardens, ambaye tumetembea na yeye hapa sana na amenipatia mawaidha. Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga, nasema asante sana kwa yale ambayo umetusaidia kutenda. Naonekana hawa wazee wanataka uwaongeleshe, kuja uwasalimie jameni.
But then William Samoei Ruto criticized that move, and he said that Uhuru Gardens was being constructed with the money that had not been budgeted for, and he felt that the former regime was perpetuating corruption. And this was William Samoei Ruto.
Projects that are not in the that are not budgeted for. For example, the Uhuru Gardens Museum. You don't see it anywhere in government budgets, but it's been built. So these are the kind of projects.
Do you know how much?
That,
for example,
in the last financial year, we've spent close to 15 billion. in that project.
In the last financial year, Honorable Deputy President,
Yes.
do you know how much of unbudgeted projects we spent
Actually,
funding?
unbudgeted projects are in the region of 100 billion. Unbudgeted projects. And that is what is spiraling our borrowing.
1 year down the line, as I said, internet doesn't lie. William Ruto inspected very happily Uhuru Gardens, and he was happy about what had how it had transformed, because it contained arts and crafts and architecture of our memories of what happened during the colonial period, where we have come from. And people are asking what has changed. And today, when King Charles jetted into the country, they hurriedly took him to Uhuru Gardens, and they were happily showing him around, showcasing just how rich our culture is. And that is the question that people are asking. You know, what is good for the goose is good for the gander. But this administration knew very well that whenever Uhuru was doing anything, they thought it would only be tantamount to taking political mileage. They never saw the fact that this would be a very, it would form a very rich culture, where any visitor and our younger generations would go there, and just by a look, it would summarize where we have come from. On this day, as the king and the queen comes to Kenya, I think one person who should be appreciated is Uhuru Kenyatta, and by extension Raila Amolo Odinga, who is our unsung hero, because those are not my words, but Uhuru himself said there that they consulted each other, and Raila told him, let's go ahead and build this. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let us not forget why we have the Uhuru Gardens Museum. Let us not now come up and start celebrating those who opposed the construction of Uhuru. In fact, Uhuru himself said that there were people who wanted to grab this land. There were people who had got this penchant for every land, and they wanted to grab it. That had it not been for his steadfastness, that land would have gone. And this is also coming at a time when we have several rumors that even the Nairobi's largest country bus terminus is soon going, because the court ruled that it is in the hands of a private developer. The over 1,000 hectares of land that is occupied by Kenyans, the court had ruled that it belongs to the Kirima family, with Babu Wino saying no, it does not. So we are in a very precarious situation that needs William Ruto to rise up and make tough decisions to take Kenya forward. Of course, we won't forget the advice by Ambassador Francis Mudhaura, who said that the sole reason why Kibaki succeeded was because he never talked too much. Maybe it is time that we reduce the rhetorics and ensure that we achieve what we wanted to achieve. The king will come and he will go. I'm waiting to see whether we are going to emphasize on LGBTQ and all those white man culture in our country, because whenever they come in, they want us to dissuade and start following them.